All right, thank you all for being here tonight. This is our December the 7th, 2023 Bowling Green, Warren County Planning Commission. Angela, if you would call the roll, please.
Thank you. Commissioner Casada, Commissioner Sissel, Commissioner Ritchie, Commissioner Gay,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Vitale,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Drain, Commissioner Shaw,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Starks,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Volker,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Graham, or Vice Chair Tim Graham, sorry,
Yes, ma'am.
and Chair Dean Warren.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Commissioners, you have, we don't need a second yet. Okay. You have the minutes of our November the 2nd meeting, and at your desk, you have a revised amendment, is that correct, to, for the minutes of that meeting? Are there any questions? Hearing none, would call for a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Volker,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Graham.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Or did she say
I'm
Drain or
sorry.
Graham?
Commissioner Gay,
Abstain.
Commissioner Vitale,
Abstain.
Commissioner Shaw,
Abstain.
Commissioner Starks,
Yes, ma'am.
and Chair Warren.
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, you have the subdivision site development plans in your packet that was mailed to you. Are there any questions? And they will be approved as submitted. Ben, do we have any old business? No old business. We now enter into our public hearing. Mr. Moore, if you would do your professional duty.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. I request that you order that the record tonight include all relevant statutory and regulatory provisions, the Commission's entire file for each application on tonight's docket, and the qualifications for each staff witness. Finally, I request that you administer the oath to each of those witnesses.
Do you all swear to tell the truth? Thank you very much. All right, our first public hearing tonight is 2023-75Z County. Shamrock Homes LLC, care of Dale Chaffin, has filed an application to rezone approximately 5 acres located at 4105 Kentucky Highway 185 from Ag to RE residential estate with a general development plan. Jenny?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We had a pre-application meeting back in September for the property over on Highway 185. The current zoning of the property is Ag, current land use is single-family residential, and the future land use designation is agriculture as well. And so looking back to the concept, the applicant is proposing to rezone a little over 5 acres from Ag to RE residential estate in order to create an additional building lot. The existing home is proposed to remain. And then looking down to the bottom of page 1, the proposal does comply with the majority of the criteria assessed in the review process and is generally compatible with the surrounding area. And with that, staff's recommendation is for approval pending any public hearing testimony here tonight. And that's all that I have for the staff report, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Is the applicant here or anything that, yes, sir, anything you would like to add to this? All right, thank you very much. Is there any opposition tonight to this request? Hearing none, would call for a motion, please.
Make a motion to approve the proposed zoning map amendment together with a condition upon a general development plan docket number 2023-75Z County. Based upon the testimony and documents presented in this public hearing, the proposed zoning map amendment is consistent with the Focus 2030 comprehensive plan as demonstrated by its compliance with objective and action items presented in the staff report. Therefore, the proposed zoning map amendment is in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan. Further, I request this motion include a summary of evidence and testimony presented by the witnesses at this public hearing.
Second.
Commissioner Gay,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Vitale,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Shaw,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Starks,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Volker,
Yes, ma'am.
Vice Chair Graham,
Yes, ma'am.
Chair Warren.
Yes, ma'am. The motion is approved and goes to Warren County Fiscal Court for final approval. Our next item tonight is 2023-76 Z County, Patrick Reynolds and Sun West Holdings LLC have filed an application to rezone 6.41 acres at 0 and 741 Hallview Road, located approximately 3,081 feet from west of Slim Island Road from Ag to RE Residential Estate with the General Development Plan. Rachel?
Thank you, Chair Warren. We had a pre-application meeting back in October for the properties you just referenced located on Hallview Road. The current zoning is agriculture, and a small portion of the southern property is located in the floodplain. The current uses are vacant and single-family residential, and the future land use map is agriculture. Let me jump back to the concept here. In our review, we found that the proposal did comply with the majority of the criteria that we looked at in relation to the Focus 2030 Comprehensive Plan. You can see from the proposal that the applicants are proposing to rezone in order to create a total of 4 lots. There is an existing home on this lot here, and that home is proposed to remain. We did have a couple of points for your consideration regarding the road width for Hallview Road. We've noted that it's around 13 feet in width. And then we've also looked at prime farmland and found that some of the property is designated as prime farmland or prime farmland of statewide importance. But we did find, again, that the proposal complies with the majority of the criteria that we looked at, and we found the proposal to be generally compatible with the area. And for that reason, our recommendation is for approval pending any public hearing testimony this evening. That is all for the staff report, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Rachel. Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Hurd?
So Rachel, I see in DPC number 2, it's 2,200 square feet. Am I overlooking it? Is there any specification for exterior here?
Yeah, there should be. It's number 9 on page number 4. If you flip over to the next page, the applicants have agreed in number 9 that any new residence would be constructed of brick, stone, concrete-based siding, LP smart siding, or other modern masonry materials, and that no plain face block will be allowed. Split face block or brick will only be allowed for building foundations.
Is split face block appropriate for the area?
If we look back at the building materials review on page 3, let me find the foundations. It notes that over 50, just over 50% are brick, and then the remaining foundations are a mix of block and stone.
Okay, all right, very good, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. Commissioners, any other questions for Ms. Hurd?
Rachel, under General Development Plan, item 3, properties will be developed with no more than 4 building lots. That include the existing home?
Yes, it would include the current residents. So on the concept that's on your screen, that would be the 4 total lots that they're looking at.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Starks. Commissioners, any other questions for Ms. Hurd? All right. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Is the applicant here, anything, or their representative that you all would like to add?
I think we're good.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone in the audience tonight that has a question or opposition to this request? Okay. Hearing none, commissioners would call for a motion, please.
I make the motion to approve the proposed zoning map amendment together with and condition upon the General Development Plan, docket number 2023-76Z County. Based upon the testimony and documents presented in this public hearing, the proposed zoning map amendment is consistent with the adopted Focus 2030 Comprehensive Plan as demonstrated by its compliance with the objectives and action items presented in the staff report. Therefore, the proposed zoning map amendment is in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan. Further, I request that this motion include the summary of evidence and testimony presented by the witnesses at this public hearing.
Second.
Commissioner Starks?
Yes.
Commissioner Gay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Vitale?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Shaw?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Volker?
Yes, ma'am.
Vice Chair Graham?
Yes, ma'am.
And Chair Warren?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. The motion is approved, and will go to the Warren County Fiscal Court for final approval. We have no other items tonight. Mr. Peterson, any new business or any discussion items? All right, thank you all. Our next meeting is December 21st. And do we have a full agenda?
Yes.
Five, okay. So everybody needs to get their Christmas shopping done early. All right. Thank you all for being here tonight, and we have concluded our meeting.